other thing that I notice is just joint health. I feel like going through the vert code for the last couple years has been very good for my joints, just bulletproofing my knees. But when you're overweight, even when your joints are really strong and you're constantly jumping and landing, you're going to add excess stress to your joints. So my volume has always been cut down just because I know, hey, if I'm not at my optimal jumping weight, I shouldn't be at my optimal jumping volume. I should also be cutting back because I don't want to put too much excess stress on my knees. But now that I'm in the low to mid 180s, I've noticed that I can take my jumping volume back up. And now when I go out and do plyos, I feel like I can just keep going. Now I got to put the brakes on myself and stop myself, but I feel like I can keep going. The other day, you probably saw this on Instagram, I casually jumped off my trampoline over the net. I was probably 10 feet up in the air, landed on the ground, not on the trampoline. I landed on the ground and then did a depth jump and jumped off the floor as soon as I landed and probably got up another 30 inches. And just the amount of force that I landed with, I mean, if you land with a normal jump with 7 times body weight, it could have been 20 times my body weight in force that I was landing with. And I just absorbed it so well. I went back and I did it again 3 times in a row. You guys saw one on Instagram. I did that 3 times in a row and then walked off with no knee pain. The next day, I didn't have any soreness in the patellar tendon. My knees felt great. I went and trained the next day. And I would have never been able to do that if I was still up around 200 pounds. So for me, it worked wonders. I feel better. I move better. I feel healthier. I jump way higher. I run way faster. And so the 8-week program was such a success for me. Now I'm going to go back and do it again and see if I can get down to like 180 while still staying strong. But the thing with the Fat Don't Fly protocol is we only get lean if it's done the right way. It's not like, hey, just go lose 15 pounds in 8 weeks at all costs. Because the truth is, if you go in a caloric deficit, you could eat Snickers at every single meal and not train once and still lose 15 pounds of fat in 8 weeks. Very possible. Caloric deficit, that's what matters. But that's the wrong way to do it. Because yes, you lost 15 pounds of fat, but you also lost muscle along with it. Now you compromise your metabolism. Now you're probably skinny fat. You're a smaller version of what you used to be, but your force production is down. And so now you actually don't jump as high as you did at the heavier weight because you lost that high quality muscle mass. Now you compromise your metabolism. Now, once you're not able to constantly eat at that deficit, which everybody gets to that point where you go back to neutral calories or a slight caloric surplus, you go and cheat on your diet for 3 days, all of a sudden it starts to come back. But not only does that weight come back, you actually gain more on the back end. And this is the constant roller coaster that America is on, is we get lean, but we do it the wrong way. We do it in ways that compromise our metabolism. We get skinny fat and then we gain it all back on the back end.